Hi guys, I'm going to show you a corrective for upper body dysfunction. In an overhead squat, the way this manifests itself is when you squat, your arms start to fall forward. And also your shoulders slouching is another way that we can show that or see that you have a dysfunction. So like the other corrective exercise routines, we do want to foam roll, we want to mobilize or work on flexibility, and we want to then activate and integrate. And so I'm going to show you that routine right now. First thing is foam rolling. Because calves are so vital to movement, if you have immobile ankles or calves, they kind of affect the whole kinetic chain up your body. So you're going to foam roll your calf, find knots or painful spots, hold them on there for 30 seconds, do both legs. Then you're going to do a T-spine foam rolling. So you start at your mid-back, hands behind your head, lift your hips up, walk forward, and you go all the way to the base of the neck, your upper, like just above your shoulder blades, and then come back to the mid-back. I like to keep my elbows up towards the ceiling because that kind of reveals some areas kind of underneath your shoulder blades that could have some knots. Same principle applies. You're going to look for knots and hold for 30 seconds. If there are no knots, then you just foam roll for 30 seconds, just kind of activate that tissue. But most likely you're going to find some tender spots. Now this is too fast. What you would want to do is a nice slow movement whenever you're on these different areas of your body, because every inch can reveal a different part of your fascia that could be having some knots in it. So foam rolling your calves, your T-spine, and your lats. Then you want to work on flexibility. So we're going to do your calf stretch just elevated on a book, a power strip, or a dumbbell. Doesn't take much. You want to kind of shift your hips forward, but do not let the heel come up. Keep that heel down, keep the foot straight, and hold for 30 seconds. So do both sides. Then the T-spine rotation. I'll do it this way so you can see better what happens when I rotate around. But you're going to place, ideally, your knee up even with your belly button and on a foam roller. Then you bring the bottom hand straight out in front. You bring the other hand right on top. And you're going to rotate, keeping this knee on the foam roller. Now what I'm going to do to get my pec minor is I'm going to bend my elbow slightly and go up diagonally above my head. So I'm getting the actual chest as well as my mid-back. So it's a kind of two birds with one stone that I'm killing here. Stretching the chest and the mid-back. Once you're in that position, you want to take a couple deep breaths. You're holding for 30 seconds, probably 8 to 10 breaths, deep breaths is all that you need. Okay, then you switch to this side. I'll show you from this angle as well. So knee is even with the belly button, bottom hand out, top hand on top. Rotate around, and you can follow the hand with your eyes. And you can also use this hand to kind of keep the knee down on the foam roller. So you're trying to get your mid-back and your chest on that stretch. So you do both sides, 30 seconds. On a longer day, when you're doing just a corrective exercise, you can do 2 or 3 sets of this on each side. Same with the foam roller. 2 or 3 kind of knots that you want to find. As part of a warm-up or a cool-down, you could just do 1 set in the interest of time. Now we move to the activation portion, which we're going to do 12 reps and a 4-2-2 tempo. Okay? So there's 2 options. You can do both. Again, on a recovery day, you could do the whole thing, 2 to 3 sets, and both of these exercises. Or in a warm-up or cool-down situation, you can do either one of these. So the first one is a down dog with 1-arm reach. I like to do this if you're on a tile floor. Your feet can slip. So I like to do this with your feet against the wall. And you want to start in that plank position, okay, so you know your hands are in the right position. Because from here, your hands don't move. You're doing a down dog, okay, you're pulling your head through your arms. You're also pressing your heels down. You're getting a stretch feel in the back side of your leg. And you're mobilizing your shoulders and your T-spine, okay? So this is going to be a 2-second hold here. 4 seconds on the way down. Lock your hips. If you need more width, you can. But we want to keep your hips locked. And then you raise, hold for 2. And then back to this position, 2 seconds. Hold, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lock the hips, lift. 1, 2. So what you're going to do is 6 on each hand. Okay? So that's the down dog with 1-arm reach. The next one, floor cobra. You're starting with your thumbs up, head down, but just above the ground. Chin tucked in, look down the whole time. You're going to lift your hands. This is a 2-second hold. You're keeping your thumbs up, and you're giving a shoulder retraction here. We're trying to reverse the curve in your shoulders. So 4 seconds forward. Hold 2. Try to extend the arms. Don't bend your elbows, but try to get those elbows fully extended. Bring it back 2 seconds. 4 seconds forward. 3, 4. Hold 2. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2. Back. And get that retraction. Now, if you don't want to do your floor on the floor because you might not have that mobility in your shoulders, you can do a bent over version. Okay? So let's do it this way so you can see. So you're going to start here, thumbs up. You're going to do 4 seconds forward. Keep looking straight down. Hold for 2. Back to the start. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2. Back to the start. 2 seconds. From this angle, keep the back straight. Bent over. You can bend your knees. 4. Forward. Hold 2. Back to the start. Always trying to open up the chest. Alright, so that's the floor or bent over version of the cobra. And that's the activation portion. You can do 1, 2, or 3 sets depending on time and where you're using this. The last one is integration. So what we're going to do here is the front leg is going to be further away from the anchor, and you're going to keep this front leg in line with this hip. Okay? The knees should not cave in, and you shouldn't be out here like this. So straight forward, the starting position, You anchor it below. Starting position is here. We're trying to reverse this motion, so we're opening up the chest. We're not rotating at the torso. You're keeping your body straight. You come down, 2, 3, 4. Don't touch the knee down. This is the down position. Hold 2, up, 2, down, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, up, 2. All right, so that's the integration split squat with a PNF lift. I also have a dumbbell here and a band here. You can secure it if you do have dumbbells. Otherwise, just secure it to something that is low to the ground on that one. Okay, so hopefully that helps the corrective exercise routine for your upper body dysfunction, specifically rounded shoulders, arms falling forward, as evidenced in the overhead squat. Hope that helps.